You have probably seen these awesome car roller shots, and just with the right settings and tools you can easily make these car roller shots yourself. You're about to learn the perfect settings, the necessary tools, and how to actually film and track the car. So first things first, let's change the frame rate to 24 frames per second. This will be the most natural and cinematic looking. We're also going to set the highest possible resolution. For horizontal video that's 4K, and for vertical video that's 3.3K resolution. I've had a few people who were not able to make vertical videos, or that they were stuck with square videos. Well, here is the solution to that specific problem. First, swipe down to your settings menu and toggle this button to auto rotation. Now your aspect ratio will just follow the settings on how you set your display screen of your DJI OSMO Pocket. If you set it to vertical, it will record vertical, likewise for horizontal. If you are stuck with the square footage aspect ratio, swipe down, because that means that this button is set to 1/1 aspect ratio. Tap this button to change it to 16:9 or 9:16. Now swipe right and tap the Pro button. Here you can manually adjust your exposure. Tap exposure and set to M to switch it to manual mode. Set your shutter speed here to 1/50, being as close as possible to double the frame rate. This will give us the most natural and cinematic looking motion blur, which we really want for these crispy looking roller shots. As for ISO, I preferably set these to 50 to 400. For the white balance, set your camera frame to where you're about to film. Then I tap the auto white balance button and then set it to M. This way there are no color temperature changes throughout our clips. For color, if I shoot run and gun fast clips, then I will just choose the normal color profile, which looks super nice in my opinion already. If you plan on color grading afterwards, you can set it to D-Log. Focus mode is set to continuous, so this way if the car we are filming comes closer or goes further away from the frame, the continuous autofocus mode can work its magic. For the image adjustment, I like to set the sharpness and noise reduction both to -2, otherwise it just looks overly digitally sharp. These settings are very important to getting these super smooth looking roller shots that look cinematic and clean. Now let's mount the camera to the car. Therefore I'm using this suction cup with the magic arm right here that comes included together. To attach your camera to the car suction cup, you will need a battery handle grip with a 1/4 inch screw. These battery handle grips come together with the OSMO Pocket Creator combo, or you can actually get these separate as well. Pick a surface where you want to mount the suction cup and clean this surface first with a microfiber scratch-free cloth. Once it's clean, put your mount onto the car and press the button until you cannot push it anymore and the white line should disappear. Now set your camera to the desired angle and lock the magic arm. For safety reasons, I like to attach the wrist strap onto the OSMO Pocket and secure it with another shoelace or tether cable or anything that actually works for you. This way, if the suction cup or the battery grip would malfunction, your camera is saved by this cord or shoelace. I've never had issues with that, and I tested it many times at pretty high speeds actually. Nevertheless, safety first. We can open the DJI Mimo app, which is free to download on your mobile device. Connect your camera with just a few taps on the screen of your camera. Now if you see on your screen, you will see that the image is actually super bright or overexposed. That's why we need a set of ND filters. These filters will block some light coming into your camera. making our image look way better. And this way we can also keep our cinematic settings that we need to get these crispy roller shots. To clip on these ND filters, just snap them on and the magnets will do the rest of the work. I've tested these magnets at speeds of about 100 miles per hour or 180 kilometers per hour, and they were still there. They are pretty solid. On top of that, these specifically designed filters for the Osmo Pocket 3 come in combination with a CPL filter, crucial for car videography, because a CPL filter will reduce some of the unwanted reflections, for example in your car's windshield or on the car's paint, making it look even better. So that's actually a win-win situation. I really like these filters. Now, how to know which ND filter to use when? That's a great question. If you don't know where to start, you can follow this rule of thumb on which ND filter to use when, depending on the weather. So you can check this first. On top of that, check your exposure meter on the top right of your screen. When it's at 0, that means your exposure is set correctly according to your camera. If it's in plus, that means your image is overexposed or too bright, and you might want to clip a higher number of ND filter on your camera. If it's in minus, that means your image is underexposed or too dark, and then you might want to clip a lower number of ND filter on your camera. You can just play around with it, keeping these rules in mind. Practice makes perfect. Now you can frame your shot as desired with these joysticks on screen. To track a car, just drag a box over it and a green box will appear when it's working. If you are tracking, you can still reframe while tracking is active. I would say just go out there, practice and enjoy the process. If you want to learn 10 creative car shots with the DJI OSMO Pocket 3, make sure to watch this video.